You may have watched videos about people extracting gold from rivers. They think they've found gold, but those yellow particles they collect are mostly not gold. So what are they? When you watch this video to the end, your perspective on gold-related videos will change, and you'll become aware of the most common gold scam techniques. Let's begin. Today, we're going to talk about one of the world's most fascinating minerals, often compared to gold. Fool's gold, scientifically known as pyrite. Why was it called fool's gold? What are the differences between real gold and pyrite? Is pyrite truly worthless, or does it actually have important uses today? Did you know that ancient miners often confuse this mineral with real gold? And more importantly, did you know that some people still try to sell pyrite as gold today? All the answers are in this video. Before answering these questions, don't forget to like the video and subscribe from the bottom right corner to stay updated on the technological research and scientific content we share on this channel. If you're ready, let's start. Fool's gold is a Western expression used for people who believe they have found gold, but instead discover yellow dust or fragments that only resemble gold. You've probably seen videos where people find handfuls of yellow dust in rivers and soils. Most of the yellow dust you see in these videos is nothing but deception. Both the people who find it and the viewers watching the videos fall into the same misunderstanding. What they find is not gold, it's pyrite, a mineral that looks very similar to gold. Pyrite played a major role especially between 1848 and 1855 during the California gold rush in the United States. Known as fool's gold, pyrite has fascinated and fooled people throughout history. The term fool's gold became widespread in the 19th century, especially during the American gold rush. Thousands of people moved west with dreams of becoming rich, and most of the shiny yellow stones they found in mountains and riverbeds were mistaken for real gold. Gold seekers often mistook the yellowish metallic pyrite for gold and celebrated, only to be disappointed when they realized it was a worthless mineral. The misconception became so widespread that everyone, from miners to ordinary people, began calling pyrite fool's gold. This term eventually spread to many languages and entered same meaning, fool's gold. Gold has fascinated people for centuries. Its bright appearance and yellow color made early gold seekers assume that any shiny yellow stone they found was gold. Because pyrite has a shiny, gold-like tone, it easily caused confusion. In newspapers, diaries, and minor journals from that era, pyrite is often described as the yellow stone that deceived us. In some areas, pyrite was so abundant that miners used to joke, "If it's not gold, it's definitely pyrite." The history of pyrite goes even further back. Known since ancient times, its name comes from the Greek word pyros, meaning fire, because pyrite produces sparks when struck like flint. In ancient Greek and Roman times, pyrite was used both as an ornamental stone and as a fire starter. Archaeological findings even show polished pyrite pieces used like mirrors. For centuries, its metallic shine and golden reflections caused people to mistake it for gold and consider it valuable. However, pyrite is chemically iron sulfide, a far more common mineral whose economic value is nowhere near that of gold. The disappointment caused by pyrite throughout history was so common that fool's gold eventually became a metaphor for anything that seems valuable at first glance, but is actually worthless. Pyrite's scientific features are also highly deceptive. Pyrite has a metallic shine and a golden color. Its crystal structure is often cubic, giving it an attractive natural appearance. One of its major differences from gold is its hardness. Gold is soft. Its Mohs hardness is between 2.5 and 3. Gold can even be scratched with a fingernail. Pyrite, however, ranks 6 to 7 on the Mohs scale, meaning it can even scratch steel. If a yellow stone is extremely hard and not easily scratched, it is most likely not gold. Another key difference is density. Gold is extremely dense and heavy. Pyrite is much lighter in comparison. If you hold two similar-sized pieces in your hand, the difference is immediately noticeable. Their crystal structures are also different. Gold is usually found in irregular, amorphous shapes, while pyrite appears in cubic forms. This geometric shape is one of its most recognizable features. Although the colors are similar, careful observation reveals a difference. Gold dust is yellow, while pyrite dust may have a greenish-black hue. This difference makes identification certain. Another important point is that although pyrite contains iron, it is not attracted to magnets, just like gold. So you cannot differentiate gold and pyrite using a magnet. Additionally, when struck, pyrite shatters easily due to its brittle nature, whereas gold, being soft, bends or flattens without breaking. But for someone without mineral knowledge, these differences are not easy to notice at first glance. That's why treasure hunters, amateur miners, and hikers frequently confuse pyrite with gold. Fool's gold, pyrite, has not only misled gold seekers, but also many people throughout history. In the Middle Ages, some alchemists believed they could extract real gold from pyrite, and conducted experiments for years. Since the chemical structure of materials was not yet understood, mistaking pyrite for gold was quite common. When modern science clarified pyrite's true structure, these misconceptions faded. Pyrite forms when iron and sulfur combine chemically, and can occur in many geological environments, including sedimentary rocks, coal seams, hydrothermal veins, magmatic rocks. Because it is so widespread, it is not economically valuable like gold. While pyrite's value is nowhere near gold, it is not entirely worthless. It has industrial uses, for example, in sulfur and sulfuric acid production. Pyrite crystals are also popular among collectors due to their geometric beauty. Large and well-formed cubic pyrite crystals are displayed in geology museums and collections. Pyrite also has historical importance as one of the earliest materials used to create sparks, an ancestor of modern lighter mechanisms. Pyrite often forms near gold deposits, so geologists consider it an indicator mineral. Some pyrite grains even contain microscopic amounts of gold. However, this gold cannot be seen with the naked eye and requires advanced chemical extraction methods. Usually, the amount is too small to be economically worthwhile. Therefore, trying to extract gold from pyrite generally leads to disappointment. The term fool's gold is now used metaphorically as well. Many people use it to describe things that look valuable at first, but have little real worth, seen in economics, relationships, and daily life. Thus, pyrite has found a place not only in the material world but also in cultural language. Pyrite's impact on popular culture is also quite interesting. Many films, documentaries, and books reference scams involving pyrite. Some people have attempted to sell pyrite dust as real gold, leading to many victims over the years. For this reason, pyrite remains scientifically and socially intriguing and continues to attract attention with its deceptive appearance. For treasure enthusiasts, pyrite is often a source of disappointment. A shiny yellow rock found underground is frequently mistaken for gold. Treasure hunters first celebrate, then feel disappointed when they discover it's pyrite. These facts show why pyrite has been such a famous mineral historically, combining the hopes, expectations, and frustrations of many people. Even today, pyrite found on nature walks is shared on social media with captions like, "I found gold," only for people to later learn that it was fool's gold. This shows that pyrite continues to deceive today, just as it has throughout history. Be careful. Fake gold scams still continue. As in many parts of the world, pyrite is sometimes sold as gold. Scammers may lie, calling it a treasure stone or newly discovered vein gold. Real gold is never cubic, extremely hard, greenish in tone, highly resistant to scratch tests. For this reason, If anyone tries to sell you a so-called gold piece, it must be examined by an expert jeweler. One of the first tests to distinguish gold from pyrite is visual observation. Gold is usually irregular, smooth, soft, and malleable. Pyrite forms cubic or multifaceted sharp crystals. Gold bends or folds. Pyrite breaks or crumbles. Another method is the streak test. Pyrite streak, its powdered color when rubbed on unglazed porcelain, is greenish-black or dark brown. Gold leaves a golden yellow streak. This practical, non-laboratory test is still used today by jewelers. Another method to differentiate pyrite from gold is the acid test. This should be done only by experienced individuals, and the gases released should never be inhaled. In this test, a drop of nitric acid is placed on both gold and pyrite. Gold does not react or change. Pyrite changes color, darkens, or dissolves. This is one of the most definitive tests, but it requires caution. In the light test, their shine and light reflection differ. Gold reflects light smoothly like metal. Pyrite has a glittery but broken reflection due to its microcrystalline surface. Additionally, pyrite is usually found in larger pieces in dry areas, while in rivers and lakes it appears in tiny particles. This is why people searching for gold near riverbanks often believe they've found gold, when in reality they're collecting pyrite dust. It is nearly impossible to distinguish gold dust from pyrite dust by eye alone. Accurate identification requires expert examination. But don't worry, there are places where pyrite can be sold. Although not as valuable as gold, it is prized by some collectors and mineral enthusiasts. You can sell pyrite you find in nature for a modest price to people who collect such minerals. In summary, pyrite has caused confusion throughout history because it resembles gold, yet it holds scientific and industrial value in its own right. Pyrite is notable not only because it is mistaken for gold, but also for its crystal beauty and industrial applications. In short, videos showing handfuls of gold dust being collected from riverbeds are not real. These videos are scripted to attract viewers and earn revenue on YouTube, or they are made by people unaware that what they found is not gold. Most of the yellow dust shown in these videos is pyrite, which has been deceiving gold enthusiasts for centuries. This concludes our video about fake gold, pyrite. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe from the bottom right corner to stay updated on new technological and scientific content. See you in the next video.